my channel. Today I'm going to be going through some of the products that I got in my Trendmood box volume 2. I know that so many of you guys missed out on this and I feel so bad. There was so many people in the comments just super upset, and I totally understand that because I could have been that person that missed out on this box, and I have a feeling with the popularity behind this box, I'm not going to be able to get one every single month. I'm just going to have to accept that fact. These are great boxes. I really loved the first box that I got. Up here on the screen you will see an image of the first box. Loved all the products that I got in that box, and then this box was announced and I really wanted to get my hands on it so that I could review the new Dominique Cosmetics Latte No. 2 palette for you guys. I know that this is getting ready to launch. I never get to review anything that hasn't already released. Really excited to create two different looks for you guys and give you guys my thoughts on this palette. This is what came in the box. This is how it came, except for if I can keep this up. So lots of good stuff to go through, and I have a lot to say about everything. I've had the box for a couple days. I've been able to really use several of the products several days now, and I can give you guys a little bit of an idea about the products in the box and, you know, what I think of each product. So we're going to start with the Latte palette. This palette retails for $45. It will be available on the Dominique Cosmetics website. This palette will launch on January 24th. So I'm really excited that I get to review it and let you guys see the swatches and some eyeshadow looks before it actually becomes available. Like I said in the video, I create two different eyeshadow looks for you guys and swatch it and then give you guys my full thoughts on it towards the end of the video. The next product that I got is this from SkinFix. So this is called the Barrier Plus Triple Lipid Boost. And this is an eye cream, an eye treatment. This retails for $40. It is a clean product on the Sephora website. Is a treatment using unprecedented concentrated clinical actives to target hydration, dark circles, puffiness, and fine lines around the eyes and the lid. This cream is 95% naturally derived. Its nourishing lipids and powerful clean actives are clinically proven to brighten and refresh the look of the under eye area, diminishing the appearances of puffiness, dark circles, and fine lines. That's the information on this. Like I said, this retails for $40. Next up, we have this from Ren Clean Skincare. So this is the Perfect Canvas Clean Jelly Oil Cleanser. This retails for $32. It's a gentle yet deep cleansing treatment. Clean Jelly Oil Cleanser is clinically proven to remove makeup, SPF, and pollution, cleaning up your complexion. It is for normal, dry, combo, and oily skin. It's a lightweight gel. It is a gel type formula. It has sunflower seed extract. It has meadow foam seed oil. I have used this for 2 days now to remove my makeup. Later on in my final thoughts, I will give you guys the full rundown on how I feel about this. And you know, I was kind of surprised by this one. This one kind of surprised me. I've heard a lot of really good things about the Ren Skincare, but this is actually my first experience using their products. So I have a lot to say about this, and I will definitely get into that in my final thoughts. Next up, we have this from Farsali. So this is one of their new primers. This actually retails for $54. So it's an innovative liquid to powder serum that helps balance oil production and leaves a perfectly powdered finish. It has French pink clay, which absorbs oil and mattifies skin without use of talc and silicones. It has witch hazel tonic, which firms and tones the skin's appearances while tightening the look of large pores. It also helps to soothe. It has potassium diglycinate. I'm not sure if I said that right. It helps to even the look of skin tone for a brighter appearance and supports natural sebum. So that's what's in this. Now, I have been using this. I am not an oily or combination skin, but I actually did like the way that this felt underneath my makeup. But I do think if you are oily or combo, this might be something that you need to hear thoughts on from those who have oily or combination skin. I don't really want to give my opinion on it only because I don't fight oils, and I know a lot of my friends out there have oily skin and it's a daily struggle, and I don't want to put out information that I just don't know because I have dry normal. This did allow my foundation to go on very smooth and it kind of blurred things out. It does dry down to kind of a powdery finish. So I understand the concept behind it. Can kind of see it being an oil blocker, but I just can't say for sure because I don't have oily skin, and you know, that's something that you probably need to hear more about from somebody who actually has combo and oily skin. Then finally we have these eye brushes from Sigma. So this is a set of 3. These are the set that they collaborated with Trendmood for this box. And it comes with the E35 tapered blending brush. It comes with the E30 pencil brush and also the E25 blending brush. These 3 are probably the best selling brushes on Sigma's website. And I actually have a Sigma code. My code is TaraLynn, and I don't normally promote it a lot. I will say I do love these 2. So the E25 and the pencil brush, these are both fantastic, and I have several of them in my collection because you can never have too many pencil brushes, bottom line. This one I did admit in my tutorial when I was using them, this one has never been my favorite. I know that so many people love this brush. This one is a little bit too long and a little bit too wispy for me. In order for me to really start blending, I need something that's a little bit on the stiffer side to give me a little bit of grip. This one doesn't quite cut it, but I was happy that they threw these in there, and I love the purple. I think the purple is really pretty. That's everything that was in this box. This box is actually worth $219. I only paid $55 for it, so I feel like I got a really good deal. Now, I am doing that based on the retail value of these brushes individually. All in all, for me paying $55 for everything that's in this box is a really good deal. I think I'm going to enjoy everything that's in this box. I just uploaded my video of all of the contents that are received in my large $75 lucky bag from Beautylish, and I will say I love everything in this box way more, and I only paid $55 for it. So that's it for the box contents. Let's go ahead and jump into the 2 eyeshadow looks that I created using this new palette. And like I said, after using it, you know, 2 different times and trying to use as many shades as I can, I will come back and do some swatches, and then I'll come back and give you my final thoughts on each of these products. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the 2 tutorials. So let's play with this new palette from Dominique Cosmetics. This is the Latte 2. By the way, I love the packaging. I think the packaging is just really pretty. First, I'm gonna grab Frothy. So I'm gonna use this big brush. This one is the E35 tapered blending brush. I don't like using this as a blending brush only because it's too wispy for me. So it's too long and too wispy. Now, a lot of people use this brush, and you know, a lot of people love this brush, but for me, it's too like I need a little bit of stiffness when I'm working in the crease, and this is just a little bit too bendy. I can't use this brush. I wish I could, but I can't. It's too wispy. So I'm gonna bring that into the inner corner as well, just to kind of brighten things up. But I don't know if it's showing up on camera, but this does have a little bit of a shimmer to it. So I'm kind of excited to play around with this palette, and I'll probably do 2 different looks with it. So I'm gonna use my eyeliner to kind of shape my eye. So I'm just going to use like a brown eyeliner and go right at the base of the lashes. All I'm doing is just kind of creating a little bit of a shape. I'm gonna grab my Refer number 13 brush, and I'm gonna first go into the Café Con Leche. I have absolutely no idea, but it's the 3rd shadow over on the top row. I wanna put this in a crease just to see what color we can get from it, because I kind of feel like it is gonna be a lighter color, but I'm just gonna see if we can possibly map things out. I don't think I'm going to be able to though. Like, that shadow does not even show up on my skin at all. If you have a lighter skin tone, then that shadow might show up, but for me, it's not showing up at all. Like, not even a little bit. I'm gonna grab this shade. I'm gonna grab a little bit at a time and kind of build until I kind of, you know, reach the desired depth of this shade. I'm gonna grab the pencil brush and I'm gonna put that on my lower lash line. Placing that there, and then I'll just start blending it out. Oh, I love that shade. Oh my gosh. It's kind of like a purple brown eggplant color. It's really pretty. It reminds me of one of the colors that I have in one of my Pat McGrath palettes. I can't remember which one it is. It's really pretty though. I'm taking that color and just going right over top of the eyeliner that I put down. Just to kind of give a little bit of that smoky effect right at the base of the lashes. I'm gonna grab my Rephr number 2 brush and I'm gonna place that shade right here on the outer corner. But look at the pigment. Like, these shadows are no joke. And I'm not getting any fallout. Having that frothy underneath it kind of gives it a little bit of that shimmer in the crease. It's stunning. Okay, now I'm gonna wipe my brush off and I'm gonna go into Coffee Beans. Now I can tell that this one's probably gonna be pretty dark, so I'm keeping that right here on this outer corner. Dang, that's such a pretty shade. Like, this look goes with any 3 of those shimmer shades, so whatever you're feeling. Like, I haven't even decided what shimmer shade I'm gonna use, but so pretty. That shadow is gorgeous. It does remind me of, like I was saying, it reminds me of one of the ones that I have from Pat McGrath, but I'm trying to think of which one it is. Yes, so it's in the Divine Rose. Yes, okay, so it's the exact same color. I knew it was. So this is the Divine Rose from Pat McGrath. It's this first shade right here in the palette. I knew it looked super familiar. And the one from Dominique Cosmetics is just as pigmented. So this is the Pat McGrath and this is the Dominique Cosmetics. It's the exact same shade. So that's good news for those of you that missed out on that. It's the exact same shade. I'm not even joking. I knew it was. I knew that it had reminded me of something in the Pat McGrath palette. It has that purple base to it, but it still has that beautiful chocolate brown, like, yumminess to it. I was kind of thinking about putting, like, this on my lid. Oh my God, that's so pretty. I have to. I have to. So I'm going to take my felt tip applicator and I'm going to dampen it with a makeup wipe. And I'm going to go down into Frappe and place it on the, oh my gosh, so pretty. Oh my God, that shade is beautiful. The thing is that it's not like overly pigmented, so it's definitely more of just like a sparkly shade. The only thing is I just got a ton of fallout from that shade when I used my felt tip applicator. I am going to put it on my brush and spray my brush down. All right, I'm going to take this brush, which is the Rephr number 3 brush, and I'm going to go into Frappe, place it right here on the inner corner. I'm going to put some right up here on my brow bone. It's not like a full-blown shimmer. It's just more of a topper. It's really pretty though. So this is it for this look, and I love this. As far as the lip, this is the Christian Audette collaboration with Mel Thompson and the lipstick. So I chose, so this is Smooches from the lip liner and Beauty from the collection. And I went into the shade Frappe right here and just like swirled my finger around and just kind of went like this. Just to kind of, you know, match what I got going on up top. I love putting eyeshadow, especially if it's a very unique shade. I like to kind of match my lips to my eyes, so it worked out good. It's a beautiful nude shiny lips. So let's go ahead and jump into look number 2. Okay, so let's get started on look number 2, and I am testing out a new foundation. I'm gonna first grab this shade right here. I'm gonna grab Frothy, and I'm gonna put that pretty much all over my crease and kind of up on the brow bone. It's just a nice like brightening shade, but it also has a tiny hint of a shimmer. I'm gonna start with Strawberry Milk first. I kind of want to see what that shade's gonna look like in the crease. This shade kind of is like, I'm trying to kind of think outside the box a little bit when it comes to the shades, only because I would never put this pink shade with like chocolate browns and stuff. And I'm just basically like sweeping this all into the crease, maybe using it as something underneath some of the browns. I don't know. That's just kind of my thought process. So next I'm going to go in with Cafecito, and I'm going to pop this right over top and focusing it on the line, like the bridge of that bone, and then I'll slowly start smoking it over top of that strawberry shade. I'm kind of softly blending that shadow into the pink. I'm going to continue to use that shade to kind of build. Now I'm going to keep most of this right here on the middle portion towards the outer corner and just kind of deepen that up a little bit. I'm using coffee beans just to kind of like deepen up this outer corner, and I'm kind of layering these as I go. Okay, I'm going to repeat the same steps on the lower lash line. I'm going to go in with strawberry milk, and I'm going to bring that on the lower lash line. So I'm going to wipe off the brush and go into Cafecito, and I'm going to place that right over top, basically doing the exact same steps on the bottom waterline to the top. So I'm going to take a flat brush like this, and I'm going to go into coffee beans, and I am just going to smoke this to the base of the lashes. Kind of give it a little bit of that smoky effect. So I think I'm gonna go in with iced coffee. So I'm gonna place this on the lid. It's a bronzy shade, but it has a purple undertone, which is really pretty. Now, I have always felt that her shimmers are best applied with your finger. There's a lot of shimmers out there that you can apply with a brush or a finger, and they both work great. Her shimmers, personally, I feel like they just work so much better with a finger. They just do. And I'm getting it all over me. This is why I don't like to use my finger. It was stuck to my nail, and now I gotta clean that up. Okay. So I've made a little bit of a mess, but that's okay. I'm gonna have to clean all of this up. I'm gonna dip my brush into iced coffee and Cafecito. So I've got both of them here on the brush. I'm gonna softly kind of bring that up into the crease because I do want a little bit of that shimmer in the crease. That shade is really, really pretty. Now I am gonna take my finger and I'm gonna go into Frap. I'm just gonna like place that right over top just to give it a little bit of something. So I'm definitely going to have to clean up this lower lash line. If you want to use this palette, I recommend doing your eyes first and then the rest of your face, just because the 2 times that I've used it so far, it got some fallout to them. So I'm going to go ahead and clean this up, throw some lashes on, and I will be right back. Okay, so this is the final look, and I think this turned out really, really pretty. It's probably a little bit darker than I had envisioned in my mind, but I really like that really pretty strawberry color with that purpley undertone. I think it turned out really pretty, and I didn't have any problems with the mattes blending. I think the shimmers are really, really beautiful, and yeah, I think this is a really pretty palette. So that's it for look number 2. Let's go ahead and jump into the swatches of the palette, and then I will get into my final thoughts. Okay, so let me get into my final thoughts about this box. I really, really like it. I am so happy that I was able to get my hands on it. I know that many of you guys out there missed out on it, and I feel really bad about it. It's definitely one of those like There's so many factors that go into getting a box like this with so many people on the website all at once. There's just a lot of factors that determine who gets it and who doesn't. I'm really excited about this product. I'm going to continue to wear it only because I've only been able to wear it for like 2 days now. So I will continue to wear it, let you guys know how I feel about it, but I do like the texture of it. It feels a tiny bit gritty, but not. It's a different texture. But as you start to kind of blend it out, it does kind of dry down to a powdery finish. As you can see, it's dry now, and it does kind of have a powdery type feel to it. Not powdery, but a very smooth type of texture. But so far, I'm curious and very interested. I used this 2 nights now, and I really like this. This really did remove my makeup quite nicely. Normally what I do is I use the Clinique Take the Day Off, and I rub that all over my face, and then I go in with a makeup wipe and remove all of the extra product that I have sitting on my face. It's very gel-like, so as you start rubbing it into your skin and you rub it in, it kind of has that oily grip to it where it really... First of all, I really love the smell of it. It's a very light scent, so it's not heavily scented, but it has a nice fragrance to it. I was really impressed with the way that this took my makeup off. I'm gonna see how quickly I run through this because the Take the Day Off, I've been using it for so long, I know how long it lasts me. Normally a tub of it will last me about 3 months, so I'm curious how long this will last, and if it lasts me around the 3-month period, you know, then it might replace my Take the Day Off because this is a nice makeup remover, and I've heard really good things about the Ren skincare line anyway, and it's a really clean skincare brand as well. So far, I really love this product. Brushes, like I said, these two, all 3 of these brushes I already have in my collection. This is just, you know, Trendmood's collaboration with Sigma. This one, I wish I could use this brush, but I just can't. But these 2 I will definitely keep. Continue. I think it was fun to kind of throw these in the box. So, you know, you can never have too many. I've learned this as I've continued to play with more eyeshadows. You can never have too many pencil brushes, like ever. They are a necessity. So I love these, and I am glad that, you know, they were in the box. Now, as far as this goes, this is the SkinFix Barrier Lipid Boost 360-degree healthy eye treatment. I'm really excited about this treatment, and I'm going to continue to use this, and I will definitely let you guys know later on if I feel like it was worth, you know, the money or whatever. But so far, the number one thing I would say that I like about this is that it blends right into my under eye. If you have a dry under eye and you like to use an eye cream before your concealer, but you don't want your concealer to get too heavy or crease really bad or whatever. I put an eye cream on morning and night, but normally when I put an eye cream on before I go in with my makeup, it's about an hour time frame difference, just so that I can ensure that my eye cream and, you know, my sunscreen and all of that have kind of really absorbed into the skin before going in with my makeup. This, on the other hand, what I really liked about this product in particular is that this dries and it sets down. It doesn't stay sticky. You can't see it sitting on the skin. It doesn't stay tacky. If you've been on the hunt to try to find a good eye cream that you can put underneath your concealer that will actually absorb into the under eye and you don't have to wait, then this would be a nice option because I was really impressed with how quickly this dries. The Latte palette I really like. Do I feel like this is a palette that you guys need to run out and grab? Probably not, only because you probably have these tones in your collection already. The thing that I will say is I wish this shade was a lighter shade, even maybe like a lighter purple. These two are so close in tone. You probably saw it in the swatches that these are so close in tone. The only difference is this has more of a purple undertone and this is more of a chocolate undertone. But because they're both dark, you can build them up. I think we could achieve the depth with this shade on its own and maybe put in a little bit lighter of like a dustier type of purpley mauvish color that was a little bit on the neutral side but was a little bit lighter, because this one is just not going to cut it, because this one's so light that if you have a light skin tone, then you're going to be able to use this as a transition shade. But for me, being medium skin tone and darker, there is no transition shade in here. Like this one will be a transition shade because you can build it to create the depth, but there's no other shade in here that's going to give you anything for transition. So just keep that in mind, unless you want to grab, you know, this really mustardy shade, or like the one that I grabbed today that's more pink, depending on what look you're going to go with. However, with that being said, I do think that this pairs nicely with the Latte palette. As you can see, they do pair well together. These two palettes together is a really nice palette. You have a lot of dimension. Because this palette doesn't have any transition shades, you can grab like this shade for a transition. Like, both of these palettes pair well together. I think the shades that she chose to pair with the Latte palette are perfect. You could lay both of them out on the counter and create a very beautiful eyeshadow look with all of these different shades. So depending on what you're, you know, in the market for. But like I said, is this a palette that you need to run out and grab? No. I'm going to swatch this one right here next to Mocha, because Mocha is that dark chocolatey brown, just so that you guys can see the differences between these two. So this is Mocha. This is from the Latte number 1 palette. And then I'm going to swatch Coffee Bean from the Latte number 2 palette. This is Mocha and this is Coffee Bean. So there's really not a lot of differences between those two. The thing that I will say about her mattes is they all have like a sheen to them. They're not dusty at all. They're very, they're kind of creamy mattes. I've always described her mattes as creamy. I've always really loved her mattes. And like I said, her shimmers are really beautiful. You just do have to be careful with them and their fallout. But other than that, I think these palettes pair well together, but I don't necessarily think that this is a palette that you absolutely need to run out and grab. And, you know, it just depends on if you're in the market for a new palette. So keep that in mind. But all in all, this is a fabulous subscription box. Thank you, Trendmood, for putting this subscription box together and allowing us to buy it. This is super fun. And I love this box. I loved the first box and I'm in love with this box. So that's it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you guys so much for the love that you show me in my channel. It means so much to me. I hope you all have a wonderful day filled with love and joy. I will see you all in my next video and I love you all so much. Bye.